Hello, Teach Now friends. I found this assignment amazingly interesting as I work in Taiwan and have little technology in my classroom. Classroom technology in the States and international schools here, it seems slightly overwhelming and incredibly useful. Let's take a look. The three teachers all had Chromebooks for every student in the classroom and a projector. One has a smartboard, one has a broken smartboard, and one wants a smartboard. Annie has no learning disabled students, but Taylor has one dyslexic student with a computer that reads to him and to type on. Sarah has one almost deaf student with a teacher microphone for his hearing aid, and two students in electric wheelchairs, and one nonverbal student who writes her short answers on an iPad. All the teachers use the Google Classroom. Annie uses Google Maps, Quizlet, EduCreations, Zern, Loom, Prodigy, Socrative, Quill, Flippity, Blocksy, and ClassDojo, which she says are really useful for teaching and classroom management. Different teachers use Alma or Infinite Classroom for grading, attendance, and behavior comments. One mentioned GoGuardian, but they all have security programs to restrict and protect the students. Now we have a special guest from Iowa.
Different apps and websites I use during class are Google Classroom, YouTube, musictechteacher.com, Staff Wars, classicsforkids.com.
The teachers learn about new programs by professional development and training. Sarah went on to say, a lot of learning about new programs and such is just being immersed in it every day. My students and my own kids bring things up. I am also in a couple of music teacher groups on Facebook that often bring up new things to try. One wants a smartboard, one wants her smartboard software update so it can work, and one wants an Elmo to put paper documents on the wall. All these teachers use the Google Classroom, where students have an email address, Google Drive, and chats. None of them have done activities involving students from other states or countries. All the teachers referred to the school security apps that limit internet access, like GoGuardian and Blocksy. Teachers also mentioned they monitor internet activity and reserve the power to remotely control devices. As you can see, Annie Lima was kind enough to send me one of her lesson plans. I could tell by her responses that she was using technology effectively in the classroom, but I was still blown away by the organization and color coding scheme. I should note this plan is for a separate morning and afternoon class. Annie only teaches reading, writing, and social studies. It seems 2 out of 3 classes, every day, she integrates technology into teaching, practice, or testing. Every day begins with a spelling test on Chromebooks that, I'm sure, is automatically graded with the results sent to the teacher. They also use their Chromebooks to write with Quill for interactive writing and grammar practice, or practice typing. There's a smartboard or video activity every day, and if it's video, the kids take notes, perhaps on Chromebooks, so their notes will show up in real time on the teacher's screen. In conclusion, technology has significantly changed the classroom since I was in it. Smartboards have changed not the way teachers instruct, but the visual appeal of the instruction and have taken the place of the undecipherable whiteboard pictures for comprehension games and activities. There is still room for the less technical devices like flashcards and magnetic letters, but it seems like teachers have upped their game regarding instruction. And a Chromebook in the hand of each student is an invaluable tool that will open doors for them that we don't even know about yet. But what is the cost? What are the activities during classroom hours that students are missing out on? Is it reasonable to teach children about search engines at the cost of alphabetizing a phone book? Do children need to know the Latin names for the specialist doctors they may have to go see? Is teaching children to rely so heavily on technology doing them a disservice or preparing them for the future? Only time will tell, but the critical thinking skills being tested by the new technologies will definitely live on. As a result, I worked with my cohort to design guidelines for the use of technology in the classroom. Number 1, what programs or games will reinforce the material being taught? Number 2, how will the technology used in the lesson help students reach the goals of the lesson? Number 3, what technical skills will students be gaining, and how does the lesson plan help them acquire those skills? Number 4, will all your students be able to access the technology you are proposing in your lesson plan? And number 5, what accommodations do you need in order to facilitate the access to all your students? I hope this has been an informative look at guidelines for use of technology in the classroom. I'll see you next week.